Hey friends, Gail Nowak with Sage Sensation Retreats. And I saw something today I want to speak to. So I saw this meme and it was talking about when things aren't necessarily going your way and it's not easy and there's no momentum, and how that is an indication, or can be an indication, of being out of alignment with your divine path, with your divine assignment. And this can be true. That absolutely can be true. And it comes down to discernment. Because, and I see this a lot in my own thinking and in the personal development, spiritual community, this idea of how when we're in alignment, everything just falls into place. Now, that can happen. It often does happen, and I'm not knocking that. I still am like a giddy little kid when that happens. It's very delightful to me, even though it's happened so many times in my life. It's like it's happening for the first time, and I love when that happens. And it's also true that there are times when we are aligned to our path and to our calling and to our purpose, and things can feel heavy. They can feel stagnant. They can feel like trials and tribulations. And there is a purpose for that. That does not necessarily mean that you're out of alignment. And so there's an opportunity to start using your discernment around noticing what's happening when things aren't easy and you don't have momentum, and bringing it back into yourself and feeling into whether or not you're not on your path, or if there's something on your path that you're meant to learn and integrate to help you up level as you go along. Here's what I've noticed. The more we're on our path and we're really doing our inner work, and we're really committed to aligning with our purpose, not simply for the sake of getting the things that we want. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I like to get the things that I want, right? Like, that's the human part of me. And I've committed to this path because my soul is calling me to it. Because I know that I have something that can positively impact humanity, even if it's one person. And that is very different than manifesting a car, manifesting a house, manifesting $1 million. That piece of wanting from deep inside my soul, to the point where I can't not do it, that piece of wanting to help humanity evolve, even when I don't know how that's going to look or how to even go about doing that, that's being on your path. All the other stuff is bonus, right? And so there are times when you're on that path that things do get hard, that you come up against challenges, that you come up against obstacles. And I'm sharing this because it's not always an indicator that you're out of alignment. It's not always an indicator that it's not for you. It may be an indicator that there is something more for you to learn in the way that you're showing up, that's going to help you reclaim more of your power, reclaim more of your abilities, and help you level up in your energy and your faith, right? Sometimes Source gives us these challenges and these trials to help us level up and to help us double down on our faith. And it really comes down to that discernment. And you know what? Even if you don't catch it the first time around and the second time around, that's the other thing. You'll have multiple opportunities to feel into, am I on the right path? You can even ask, am I still on the right path? Give me a sign, give me a clear sign. Am I still on the right path? And if you're getting a yes, then there's something else for you to go deeper into. There's something else for you to go deeper into. There's a lot of messaging out there in the spiritual community, in the coaching community, which, I'm here because of some of that messaging, right? I've started this journey and I've continued on this journey partially through the support of the coaching industry and the spiritual community. So I'm not necessarily knocking that. What I am knocking is this idea that, hey, once you're energetically aligned or spiritually aligned, everything's going to be rosy. It can be the case in the fact that when those challenges and those obstacles come up, you'll know how to navigate them with more ease, with more grace. They don't necessarily go away though. And sometimes they come on fast and furious and back to back. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. In fact, you're doing great. And it means that you're getting prepared. You're getting prepared for more, for something bigger. It means that you actually are on your path. And Spirit is preparing you to expand. It's an expansion of your capacity to take on more, to lead more, to be able to navigate more, right? And we've been really confused, I think, and conditioned to get discouraged at the first sign of resistance or challenge. Maybe not the first, maybe the 100th. There are always ways to really feel into whether or not Spirit is asking you to maybe take a different route, or to maybe take a look at how you're being. And maybe Spirit is asking you, hey, I really would love to give you more. I would really love to see you advance more on your path. Are you going to be able to handle it? There's no doubt in the universe. It's within us. The doubt is within us. And so it's really kind of a gut check of, ooh, how do I feel about being able to handle this and to take on more? I want to address this because I think that there's a lot of confusion out there about what it actually means to be on a spiritual journey and a healing journey, and to be living your life on purpose. It can be magical and miraculous, and it can be really tough. And all of it is okay. It's all part of the experience. When it gets tough, it's really kind of rising out of the place of, geez, maybe this isn't for me. And I'm not saying to ignore that feeling. I'm saying go into it deeper. Acknowledge it, right? Because there may be something there within you that feels scared or feels unsure, uncertain. These are all normal feelings, right? There's something about the little version of you who is worried and anxious. And that part of you needs to be loved up and acknowledged and encouraged. Imagine a small child that you know who is learning how to walk, and they're falling and they're skinning their knee and they're getting hurt and they're crying, and they keep getting up, and then they get to a point and they think, maybe walking's not for me. As the adult, would you agree with that child? Would you actually go to that child and pull them up onto their feet, dust off their knees, maybe tend to their wounds, give them a hug, give them a kiss, maybe give them a little bit of instruction, let them know that you're there, helping them, and encourage them to keep trying? It's the same thing with our journey. We're going to feel like, I can't take it anymore. I can't do it anymore. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe it's not. And maybe it's more of your inner child, that piece of you inside that's worrying. I don't know if I've got what it takes. Maybe that piece of you just needs a moment to dust off, regroup, and feel loved and encouraged in order to keep moving forward. So I hope this resonates for you. If it does, let me know what's going on in your world, on your journey. The energies have been really intense. So if you're feeling it, it's like Source is making his diamonds right now. So if you're feeling it, know that you're not alone. Know that you are capable. You wouldn't be going through it if you were not able to handle it. And that this is an opportunity to move out of the doubt and to double down on your faith.